Hi, Dr. Bill. Can you introduce yourself? We're going to be talking about the relaxed sauna and your experience with it.
Hi, Phil. It's great being with you today, and it's an honor for me to share some of my wisdom. I have training in dentistry, medicine, anesthesiology, acupuncture, and other various areas related to integrative healing. I have been involved with the relaxed sauna for over a decade, and I want you to know, and I want everybody out there to know that I highly recommend this, and I have benefited tremendously, as have my patients and family.
Now, you wrote a book called No Sweat, No Sweat.
Yes.
What inspired you to write the book?
No Sweat, No Sweat is regarded as the definitive guide to hyperthermia and detoxification therapy. What inspired me to write this book is that I would feel very good after sweating, an activity that involved sweating, increase in body temperature, certain type of activities, and of course sitting in a sauna. I did a lot of research on the subject, and I found a wealth of scientific information that supported the fact that sweating or creating the creation of fever is a very beneficial health practice that's been used throughout the centuries. And you can find this in virtually every culture, from the Russians to the Scandinavians to the Ottoman Empire to the Aborigines to basically any part of the world that values health and detoxification protocols.
And you talk about far-infrared saunas in your book.
Yes.
And then, go ahead.
Yes, far infrared sauna is a very unique and a very effective means of achieving a detox and um, using a method of heat generation without having to sit in a sauna for hours. And the degree of penetration, of course, is very high, 1.5 to 2 inches.
I think when you wrote the book, you were recommending one of the wooden saunas that you knew about, and since then, I think someone introduced you to the relaxed sauna.
Yes.
And what was your experience of using the relaxed sauna compared to the other saunas you had been promoting?
Well, any method of creating health, any method of creating sweat and detoxification is great. You know, whether I recommend this, whether it's hot yoga, steam, infrared. But after using the relaxed sauna, I realized that I was able to achieve a sweat much more rapidly, that it utilized an incredible technology that I hadn't found in any other sauna. And I think all saunas are great, but my personal preference at this point, especially when I travel and I go somewhere, is to take the relaxed sauna. It's portable, takes up very little space, and it's highly effective.
What do you know about the technology of the relaxed sauna?
Well, the technology utilizes nanotechnology, and this is a very unique feature of the relaxed sauna. This involves atomic, molecular, submolecular technology that greatly increases the surface area and makes the heating element very effective. And I have not been able to find this technology in any other sauna.
Now you've had really good success with your patients. Can you elaborate on some of the? I know I was at your office today, and many of your patients raved about what the relaxed sauna did for them.
Yes, this particular sauna is used by so many of my patients. You know, at first, sometimes we tell them to purchase the sauna and to check it out, and people can't make the link between disease mitigation, eradication, when used with other protocols, and the use of a sauna. In our society, we still haven't evolved to that point where people can actually associate fever creation with health and wellness. But when I tell people who are suffering from different disorders, some very health threatening, life threatening, when I tell them to utilize the sauna, purchase the sauna, at first they can't really make the connection. And after educating them and inspiring them to read my book and giving them background information, many of them purchase it and they're very happy with it. It really is an effective means of improving cardiovascular function, immune system function, helping bring cancer and other life-threatening diseases under control, infections. It's an anti-aging protocol. It'll help get rid of heavy metals and other substances, chemical substances in the body. In effect, it is one of the oldest forms of medicine in the world.
And hanging out with a number of your patients today at your office, I would say it's an understatement that they like the sauna. They seem to love it as if they're talking about a loved one.
Oh yeah, they're attached to it. Once they start, they use it continually. And I think one of the reasons is I teach Qigong.
Yes.
And I've written the very nice, very informative and easy to read book called Shaolin Yoga Qigong. This is a style that I have used and helped create, and I teach this to many of my patients as well, because that is kind of like I call Qigong and yoga stirring the pot. You know, you have like something cooking in a pot. If it's congealed, if it's around the corners, that area is going to be, it's like the chi in the body, it's going to stagnate. But when you create heat, your internal heat, you're doing Qigong, you're doing heat, you are actually moving the life force and energy. And one of the most interesting qualities about this sauna, and I call this the Qigong sauna, and I spoke to Dr. Chang and Dr. George Hung, the originators, and I've given a lot of technical support and a lot of input to the development and the improvement of this sauna. One of the features is that this sauna resonates in the frequency of a Qigong master's vibrational frequency that's somewhere between 8, 12, 13, 14 hertz, and that's a very beneficial resonance. It's actually the alpha rhythm, which coincides with and is in synchrony with the human body.
Now, in Taiwan, they say that the relaxed sauna is like being in the presence of a Qigong master.
It is, because I use Qigong for healing, and a person who's well versed in Qigong can emit the qi from the palms of the hands, will utilize the qi for healing. There's many different types of Qigong, but when I practice Qigong and when I sit in a sauna, there are remarkable similarities in the feeling that I get.
And how would you compare the difference of the Qigong energy in the relaxed sauna compared to other saunas that you've experienced?
Well, it's very unique because of the frequency and because of like these two points really make this sauna set this apart. And I love all saunas. I think any heat production, any kind of detoxification protocol is better than none. And I always tell this to people, whatever you do, just sweat. But this sauna is unique in that it, you know, we have the Qigong frequencies, we have the nanotechnology, and it's really a unique feeling. I mean, when you come out of this sauna, within a few minutes, the endorphins, the dynorphins, the enkephalins, they're flowing. The circulation has been improved. The cardiac output is definitely improved, and you know the interface between the brain and the vasculature, what we call the choroid plexus, comes alive, and a lot more oxygenated blood goes to this area of the brain, helping produce a greater degree and a more quality degree of cerebrospinal fluid, which we know has a lot of neurochemicals and neurotransmitters which help maintain and improve immune system function.
Now, most other saunas have emitters all over the wooden sauna, all over the tents, and the relaxed sauna uses the relaxed sauna tent as a mirror. So there's no EMF anywhere where your vital organs are. But a lot of people are saying that EMF is, quote, dangerous, you know, even though, you know, appliances and massage tools and toasters have, you know, more EMF than the relaxed sauna, and your car has about half the EMF of a relaxed sauna. Have any of your patients who may be sensitive to EMF complained or elaborate on your experience of the so-called EMF that's the little bit that comes out of the relaxed sauna radiators by your feet?
Yeah, this seems to be like the new duck and cover fear that was generated back in the 50s. Actually, that was a lot more real than EMFs. And the sad reality is we are surrounded by tons of EMF as we're sitting here. Cell phones coming off of towers we don't realize, sitting in your car, working any kind of electronic instrument. I have never had reason to be concerned about any EMF coming from the relaxed sauna. And after doing my research, I'm convinced that EMFs are here to stay in this highly technologically developed, so to speak, society of ours. They're flying all over the place, and it's just going to be, it is a way of life. And there is really no compelling reason to single this out and create this massive anxiety and fear that's being created about EMFs, because all electronic devices emit EMF, and you need very sophisticated instruments to really split the hairs and read it. I mean, instruments that are hundreds of thousands of dollars, not these handheld little joke instruments that people use and they go, aha, this is no good because it emits EMF. That's Unfortunately, it's one of the fallacies, and it's one of the neuroses now, which I believe will pass.
Yeah, I believe so too. Now, what are some of the experiences that some of your patients have had with the relaxed sauna? If you can relate one or two of them.
Of course, ultimately lowering in blood sugar,
Yeah.
decrease in obesity, which in itself is an epidemic, better sleep because inflammation is reduced in the body, and that is a huge cause of worry, because obesity, inflammation, sleep apnea go hand in hand. When you bring down inflammation, when you're getting rid of toxic load in the body, sleep improves. When sleep apnea takes place, obstructive or other form, lifespan gets cut radically. I mean, it'll take statistically 14.6 years off a lifespan, whereas diabetes will take somewhere around 5, 6, smoking 7 to 8. So the quality, the quantity, and the restorative nature of sleep is very important. We see weight loss, of course, 400 to 600 calories are burned in a single clip. We see a diminution of the viral load, bacteria, fungi, a lot of different microorganisms. We see a lot of elimination of heavy metals and toxins. We have a lot of 9/11.
You've documented a lot of this?
Yes, we have 9/11 responders, these first responders, brave heroes who were in 9/11, and the ones who've survived and are thriving are the ones who've utilized detox measures, including sauna therapy, heat therapy. So, at a cardiovascular level, you have improvement. Diabetes, you have a decrease. Blood pressure, you have decrease. Better sleep, sound immune system. Nitric oxide levels will go up. So the whole specter, the whole neurosis and threat of this ED phenomenon, which is grip men,
Yes.
is being brought under control, because like all vasculature, the vasculature of the region is enhanced. So it really has a profound effect on nitric oxide production and release. So we could count these. The benefits are voluminous, but generally speaking, use of sweat therapy, use of sauna therapy will improve your health, and it's believed that it'll extend your life.
Now, you are a Qigong master, you are an Oriental medical doctor, you are an acupuncturist, you are a medical doctor, and you're a holistic dentist. And you're Surgeon General for the state of Hawaii.
For the nation of Hawaii,
The
yes.
nation of Hawaii.
The real state, which is the nation.
Right.
The Hawaiian people are the real
Great.
Hawaiians. These are the ones like the Native Americans. And I work with a lot of Native American peoples, a lot of indigenous peoples all over the world. I've worked with Aborigines, people in the Amazon, Native American nations. And my goal is to put these protocols into all of these different groups through my affiliation with Nobel as the Health and Wellness Director of the the World Peace One organization, which is Nobel's organization, and also through the United Nations, which is working very hard to help bring the standards of living higher in many different parts of the world.
And you also have created a university.
Yes.
And can you talk about this university you created?
Yes. I've been vice president and medical director of the University of Natural Medicine, and I've also created the first spiritually based naturopathic university known as the University of Health and Spiritual Sciences. It's the old paradigm turned new. Essentially, it's one cannot dissociate spirituality from healing, and in our teachings, in our courses, we integrate the spiritual component into the healing model, into the healing equation.
So calling the relaxed sauna, the Qigong sauna, is an example of this, of where the spiritual energy from the relaxed sauna resonates and calms, gets the parasympathetic moving. And what else can you say that the relaxed sauna energy does?
It's a very fair approximation. It's a very fair representation of the word Qigong sauna, because this, to my knowledge, is the only Qigong frequency-based sauna. And I know this for a fact because I am a consultant. I'm one of the scientific consultants to the company, and I'm really in close touch with developmental components of this sauna.
Well, I appreciate all the comments you've made about the relaxed sauna. They can find out more about the relaxed sauna at relaxedsaunas.com. And Dr. Bill Akpinar, they can find out more about you, where, how?
At our office, the Center for Healing, it's 718-428-2780. And I wish everyone health, wellness, prosperity, and we hope and we sincerely pray that they utilize some of the wisdom that we have developed over the years, that we know is effective and that have helped many people throughout the world.
Now, I understand you were voted best cancer doctor in New York in 2007.
I was honored in the Big Apple Ball by the American Cancer Society as one of the honorees, Man of the Year. So that's a very honored to be part of that honoring.
So you've helped a lot of people in their healing process.
I hope to help many more.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Dr. Bill. I appreciate your time.
It's been my pleasure.
Okay, great.